Professor, thanks for joining us. First off, the first question really in relation to this subject is, what is a vaccine?
A vaccine is a diluted or weakened part of a bacterium or a virus that's given to a child, much less strong than the wild disease. For measles, you get a large dose of virus. For measles vaccine, you get a very small dose of the virus. And that stimulates the body to generate protection against that. Mm-hmm. So you dilute or weaken it manifold. Mm-hmm. And that encourages the body to make an immune response. So if they get measles, they recognize that condition. If they get whooping cough, they recognize that condition. And their body's defenses are activated.
Okay. When you mention the word vaccination itself, there's still a fear there. Why do you think this fear still exists?
I think the fear exists because it's partly because there has been a fair media attention of what did and can go wrong. And parents have got to reason this out. They've got to decide for themselves. And I think for any mother, if she worries about a vaccine, her emotion and her reason will be in conflict. And her emotions say, well, this thing can be harmful, I don't want to give it to my child. I don't want to knowingly hurt or damage my child.
Mm-hmm. Do you think, would it be fair to say that fear of the vaccine has replaced a fear of the disease, the potential disease?
It's very real, because most of the parents of today have not seen these conditions. They've not seen German measles. They've not seen whooping cough. They've not seen measles. They've never seen diphtheria. I haven't seen diphtheria as a doctor. They've not seen polio. I haven't seen polio as a doctor. Mm-hmm. A fresh case. I've seen old cases, but never seen a new case. Mm-hmm. They've not seen tuberculosis. Mm-hmm. And I've seen tuberculosis. But because vaccines have been successful, part of their success is that the conditions have disappeared. Mm-hmm. And parents, therefore, are a bit more concerned about vaccines than those conditions.
Very good. There was a study done some years ago by Dr. Wakefield.
Yes.
And I think most of us are familiar with the findings of that, which tried to tie autism to a particular vaccination. How much damage did that do to the vaccination message?
It did huge damage. There were drops in vaccination all over Britain and Ireland. Didn't do much. Didn't really happen in the States at all, because Wakefield wasn't in the media there. But Wakefield loved the media. The media loved Wakefield. He was disputing the doctor's dogma: vaccination is good for you. He was saying it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. He, in fact, was shown to be non-scientist, and his arguments were not sensible. They were wrong. They've been proved to be wrong many, many times. Mm-hmm. But it led to a huge drop in uptake, such that we had the outbreak here 13 years ago, and they've happened around Britain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, he had a considerable impact. He was very persuasive, very good communicator on TV. Mm-hmm. But his paper does not stand up to scrutiny at all. Okay,
and you as a physician would be able to see the holes in that quicker than...
Well, the Lancet published it. They should have seen it then, but they didn't. They regretted publishing it.
Absolutely. This is a very positive message in relation to vaccination.
Yes.
So consequently, we are surrounded, correctly so, by the benefits of vaccination. What kind of things can go wrong?
When you give a child a vaccine, you're giving a foreign substance. And so most children get a reaction. That's what the body does. They get a sore arm, they get a fever, they get cranky, they feed less well. And they're, what Irish mothers say, not themselves. Mm-hmm. But you may have got some vaccines yourself, yellow fever, or for when you're travelling. Mm-hmm. So vaccines can make you a bit sick. Mm-hmm. But it's short-lived, and that's predicted and predictable. Serious reactions to vaccination are extremely rare. I used to run in Temple Street what we call a high-risk vaccination clinic, where children who were deemed to be high risk would come to us. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you, over 5 years, we had nothing. No admissions, no reactions, no comebacks. Mm-hmm. Most doctors in their entire practicing life will never see a serious reaction to a vaccination. Okay. They will see minor reactions all the time. Mm-hmm. They are expected.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In a sense, you've already answered this question, but I'll ask it anyway. For parents watching this broadcast who are a little bit concerned and maybe just a little bit unconvinced, what would your message be?
My message would be that we as doctors, our nurses, are also parents. We have to read the same literature, do the same thinking, talk to our wives, and think about it. I couldn't knowingly give my own child something I thought was going to hurt another child, but I have given them vaccines. I haven't given them, but I've encouraged them. So we have to make the exact same decisions, and very, very few doctors are against vaccination. There's a small minority who have questions. But we too are parents. We have the same issues to deal with. We've got to think about what we're doing, and I couldn't knowingly let my children have something that I thought was going to hurt them.
Professor, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you very much.